Hello again, everybody. Barry Hyatt here in Scottsville with my buddy Janet Johnson at the University of Kentucky Extension Office. It's college basketball season now that football is over. I bet you're excited, aren't you?
This is our time, Barry. This college basketball season is wonderful, and our cats still have some kitten in them, I think, but they're growing, and we're excited about the future and excited about the style of play.
Sure. Well, they've looked good so far. That's no question about that.
Great SEC teams this year.
Yes.
Lots of good competition in the SEC. So
exactly.
when we all play each other, it should be great games.
I think so. I think you're right. Well, of course, it's January, and of course that means it's been really, really cold outside, but you've got something that I think maybe will help us maybe endure these cold temps, right?
Well, we hope so, Barry, because what we want to do is to show you a simple way to assemble a casserole and even to think in a formula-like way, and I think we may have talked about this before, but this is a variation that you can kind of take, again, a formula, taking a main entree or a meat, I'll call it that, and put together a sauce with a vegetable, with some seasonings, and if you think like that, you've got a casserole.
Yeah.
Add a little topping. So we're going to show you this one. I kind of like this one because it uses convenience, and it starts right here from the deli. These roasted chickens that we often see in the deli, but you can purchase them in a lot of different places in the grocery.
Sure.
They can become the foundation for you to have a quick way to have ready cooked meat for casseroles. Not just slicing it off.
Convenience and easier.
It's convenience and easier. And if you purchase them on sale, they're very cost effective too for your time.
Sure.
So that's what we have. And what I did was actually remove most of the meat from that deli chicken. Now, depending on the size of your deli chicken, you'll have more meat or less, depending.
Sure.
But roughly, you can see that's about 4 cups that you're going to get.
Right.
You make it 5, depending on how picky that you are with your deli chicken. Or you may get less depending on the size, but somewhere around 4 cups is what you're going to have to work with.
All right.
So if we're going to assemble a casserole, we'll want to think, okay, if I'm going to make it mostly meat, then I would probably use all 4 cups of the chicken. I would simply add some sauces that we'll see today, and I'm using a combination of some condensed soups and sour cream. So I would take that combination, add some seasonings with that, and it would be mostly a meat casserole. Today, we're going to make it an extended casserole, adding potatoes. And I might say, Barry, that these potatoes that you see today are, again, a new variety of potato that if you don't have time, you can actually purchase cubed russet potatoes in about a 28-ounce microwave package, and you can pop those in the microwave, and in approximately 10 minutes you're going to have the cooked potato that normally I do, peeling the potato, cubing it, cooking it, draining it.
So again, saving a lot of time.
You're saving probably at least 30 to 45 minutes by doing this. True, extra cost, but not exorbitant. Okay, considering the amount and size of casserole that we're going to get. Now, Barry, also you'll see some onions and peppers here. Right, you can actually in some stores purchase potatoes that already have the onions and peppers in them, or you can purchase frozen onion and sweet pepper mixtures. I've seen those in stores. But better yet, like I do, if I have a little extra onion, a little extra sweet pepper left, I just chop it all and put it in a freezer bag.
And then save it for later.
So that I can pull it out. And in a dish like today, if I have the potatoes that don't have the extra seasonings, I've got some seasoning.
There you go.
And I can do it. You can do that with celery too, if you like that. So I've pulled out approximately a half a cup of that type of seasoning to add to these potatoes. Adds a little color, adds a little more flavor there too. So your choice of what you do. You could even use pimento if you have a can of pimento on your shelf as well. So what we're going to start with is we're going to actually add, we're going to do about, well, let's do all the chicken while we've got
Why
it
not?
here. But
Live large.
Live large, right. But if we wanted to, we could actually have and use a couple of cups of this if we wanted to make it more vegetable and extend it more, and we could freeze the extra 2 cups for another casserole. So we're going to make it more meaty.
Your choice.
Your choice, exactly, whatever you'd like to do. So we're going to put the 2 cups in there. And then what I'm going to do, I've taken a can of condensed soup, That's a staple, has been for years in the South. You know. Cream of mushroom soup has been a staple to cook with, or
Yes.
cream of chicken or cream of celery, all of
Yes.
those to make
Yes.
sauce. And all I did was simply add extra milk to increase the volume. This was about a cup, and I've increased it to about 2 cups.
Okay.
Okay? So I've taken a can, and you decide how thick you want your soup. Or, if you're ambitious, you can make your own cream of mushroom soup. And you could add to that, which has cream, chicken stock, larger mushrooms, which would be great. Or you could even add some mushrooms to the potatoes like we have here, and that would be fine too.
I'm not so ambitious.
See, again, I wasn't
lazy.
either, so this is taking it down to the simple part.
Sure.
It's the soup, and it is, again, with enough milk added. So I'm going to add that. Now, if you feel that this is going to be too much sauce for you, but I'm going to do it because we put extra meat in it.
Right.
Okay? So I'm going to use all of it and not waste any part of that can of soup, even
Right.
if it was only 52 cents on sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, look, times are tight sometimes. So
I mean, times are really tight. We would not want to waste 50
No,
a quarter, would we?
no, we wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't. But sometimes the cream of condensed soups are not on sale. So,
Right.
they can be a little more expensive.
Sure.
But that's what we're doing. And then we're going to take a 16-ounce sour cream, and we're going to mix that in. And, of course, you can get the lighter versions if you like. Understand when you're working with fat-free soups or fat-free sour cream or other things, you are eliminating the fat, but you're eliminating a little bit of the smoothness that you may experience with the sauces. So,
Okay.
So just realize that, but that's okay. If you're okay with that, it's going to be all right as far as this dish. So we're adding, again, the sour cream to the mixture, and then we're going to add a couple of cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Now, I have a good friend that says, don't buy that packaged cheese, Janet. Just shred it really quick because it is better. It will melt better.
Okay.
When I'm in a pinch, I buy the packaged shredded cheese, okay?
Yes.
But I am saying that it will have a better melting ability if we do just take a block and just shred it real quick.
Sure.
It doesn't take long,
Sure.
to do that. Okay, so what we're doing is we are mixing this first, Barry, before we
Sure.
add our vegetables. This allows us to mix the sauce, the cheese, and the chicken well.
Yes.
Okay? So we are getting this creamy mixture ready. And again, you could vary if you don't care for cream of mushroom sauce. You can use cream of chicken or cream of celery. But, and again, you could add fresh mushrooms if you'd like to slice
Sure.
those, or some canned mushrooms
Okay. All right.
to your vegetables. So we're simply stirring these together. Now, that's really all you have to do because the chicken and the potatoes already have salt.
Okay.
Because we're using a convenience product. That's the key. A lot of times a convenience product actually already has some seasoning added. Okay. So we're not adding extra salt. But if you would like, you could step up the heat a little bit
With
with a little hot sauce.
from Louisiana.
And here in the South, we do like hot sauce. But just not a lot, just a little to give a little tang.
Well, now, if you were from Louisiana, you'd probably like a lot of hot sauce.
Oh,
I
you would
bet.
add a lot more than I did
Yeah,
for the dash.
that's for sure,
True.
yeah.
But to get started, we'll add just a little touch of kick to this dish because it's not the most colorful dish in the world. We're going to add a little color to it, but it is very tasty too. Or you could use a seasoned pepper if you would like to do that for your seasoning as well. So now we'll fold in the vegetables.
potatoes.
Yes. And I'm going to, meanwhile, move our dish over here. This is a 9x13 baking dish. So what we want to do, and I think folks can already see, Barry, that this makes a large dish.
Yes.
Okay?
It's a very large dish.
So this is a nice dish for a larger family, or you could actually mix this dish up, put it in a smaller casserole for now. Do
Sure.
a casserole. Again, put it in a disposable casserole and freeze it for a later time. So you have make-ahead meals too. So we're just folding in the vegetables. Now, I could have put the potatoes in first with the chicken, but the more that you fold the potatoes, the more they potentially could lose their shape.
Okay.
Okay? Especially if you're just mixing and doing the microwaving and not doing this a little earlier like I did for the show today. So you can see all we want to do is coat and blend our ingredients. And then we're going to take the traditional casserole. How do people live without 9x13 casserole dishes? I don't know. And they make them very pretty and very easy, and I'll show you a new one I have that actually, you have little handles on the older ones. This one, they have larger handles,
Okay.
much easier to hold on to.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of cool. Okay, then all we're gonna do is.
You need some help there?
We're going to put this in the casserole. Note that I did, whoops, it's kind of getting loose there. I did spray the casserole just a little to keep it from sticking later on. But this should have enough sauce that we don't have to worry about that a lot, okay?
Right.
So I'm kind of working across camera here, but there we go. You simply smooth that down, and then you add a topping of choice to this particular casserole. And I've chosen some white cheddar cheese.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. No butter with these.
Okay.
No butter, not necessarily, okay? So I'll let you kind of help me sprinkle those on.
Now, do you want the whole bowl in
We'll
there?
see. We'll just kind of
Okay.
do it. I may have a few extras in there, but we just want to cover well. We want to give a nice coating, to our casserole. This would be approximately 2 cups for a 9 to 13 pan. Okay? So we're just going to kind
Try
of
that and
sprinkle those
see.
over to the edge. That looks very nice.
Okay.
And then you can feel, I'm sure in the background, that we have a 350 oven ready to bake this casserole.
Sure.
So we are ready, and by the virtue of TV, we have a wonderful casserole here. I think it may be cool enough, but we can hold it and see. I love this casserole dish.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
See
it's
the nice
much
handles
easier to
on there?
handle,
Oh,
yeah.
So we have, again, a very nice casserole for a potluck, a very nice casserole for a large family meal. As you saw before, a casserole that you could divide into 2 meals.
Yes.
Very easily.
Easily. I mean, it makes a lot, doesn't it?
Absolutely, by adding the potatoes and the extra mixture there too. And it all started with one little chicken.
Of course, last month we basically made a Super Bowl dish, but I
We
bet
did, we
I bet
did.
you could still use this for a
Oh
Super
my
Bowl party
gosh.
too, right?
I'm telling you, a Super Bowl party would love this casserole. I mean, we talk a lot about party foods and finger foods for Super Bowl, but I have never seen anyone turn down hearty comfort food as well. Like that too. But
Well,
it
it
would
looks
be
great.
great for watching that
Yeah.
big game.
Well, Janet, thanks so much for your time
Sure.
today. And if you guys want this recipe, it's oh so easy to get. You can email me at barry.hyatt@nctc.com, or you can just go to our website. That's www.nctc.com. Of course, we talked about being January and cold. Maybe if we're lucky, in February, it'll be a little bit nicer weather next month. Have you had any thoughts about possibly what you might want to do next month yet?
Well, we know that February is Heart Month, but we're going to be talking about good chocolate. We'll be talking about
Oh, wow.
the dark chocolates,
Okay.
and maybe something sweet that can have a little healthier. Maybe, again, an interesting angel food cake.
Uh-huh.
That would
might
have
work.
it like that. That's what I'm thinking.
Looking forward to it, Janet.
Great.
Thanks so much. Good to see you
Excellent.
again.
You too.
All right, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. We thank you for joining us, and as always, we will see you again next month. Always eat healthy. Take care. We'll see you soon.